Goal today is to, our overall goal is to, obviously, to improve our SAGE scores. So we're going to open up our tracker, our DDI data task to that page, and then your MTSS doc, and let's see if we can come up, and these can be totally different for each teacher, but so see if we can come up with some goals to try to improve our SAGE scores. So that gives me 18 kids. So this is my list of kids who are basic kids who are logging in, who have improved their grade in the last week, so I've got their attention. They are really working right now. And so this is my group of kids. Sure, this is my MTSS tracker. I'm not quite sure, but I believe that those might be the old instructional levels because there was a kid on there that I believe I gave a 3 to who showed up as a 2. So I'm not quite sure. You could also go, we want to work on today. This is my DDI data task tracker. So many acronyms. What I want you guys to do is take that tracker, and you can use the one that Desi just sent out. Find your list of kids. Maybe you'd like to invite to a small group session or something, and we're going to make a goal for them. So what can we do with these kids?
A lot of the same things that I see in the ACT standards and things like that. So the biggest thing my students I've seen in my in-class data is kind of what I looked at the most, is that they're struggling with equations. So I did kind of like an error, I don't know what you would call it, looking at what the errors are and which ones are similar. And they're just, a lot of them are substituting the wrong, error analysis, thanks Natalie. They're substituting the wrong things in for the value of x, so then they're struggling with slope-intercept, they're struggling with the functions that we're going to be doing. So I broke that down. So my goal for this improvement technique is that I'm going to take that last half hour and I'm going to do some small groups where I've got students who are working well on this stuff, so I can set them off on creating their own equations and solving, because that's kind of a higher level task. And then I can have my middle group where I can just give them something to work on, and they just kind of need some guidance every now and again. But then I can take my lower group and really, we started digging into the parts of an equation. Why would students even coming to me and saying, hey, I'm starting to really get this. So I think this last half hour small groups where I can break them into like a basic, middle, and as advanced as you can be in this special education group is really going to help them. So that's my goal.
That we're going to try to do is we're going to try to use our warm-ups that we begin with every day. Maybe not specifically every day, it will be like this, maybe twice a week, once a week. For now, I'm going to do it once a week where I pick a SAGE type question. And that's what I use as their warm-up as they enter into class that day. We've been making weekly review videos, but we're going to kind of extend that to make almost like SAGE review or interim review type videos, but using our interim to kind of take that data and say, okay, which questions, what things did they score most poorly on, and really obviously focus on those things.
Okay, can you see my goal there? And of those 15 students, I actually put them over here on my MTSS document, and so I can refer to them, and then I think I'll make notes, like what happened this week if they were in class when I went over, if I pulled them through and everything like that. My goal is I pulled my list of kids, and I'll put them into a breakout room the last 30 minutes of class, and I think I'll do it on Thursday this week, foiling with and without imaginary numbers for these kids. So kind of combine the foiling and imaginary. And then like Natalie said, I'll use the SAGE type questions probably twice a week, and I've been doing that for a little bit, and I just like the fact that they can have a good idea of what the questions look like. I think a lot of the time it's the way the question looks that they struggle with. And then we'll use our unit review videos to reinforce the concepts with those students as well, and for everyone, in fact. And that's it.